goes. What's up, dog? Welcome to SpeakEasy Conversations. I think it's 43, but who cares? Because it's with Ale Sharpton and BrewGether and Andrea Byron, and it's just so much, Doug.
It's a lot. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. And what else is a lot is what you got in your. What do you got?
Well, I'm going to start off a lighter thing. This is also a pretty cool canner. I usually say so myself. Got a little Rental Shoes Italian American Pilsner. Let's get that over in here so you can see it on that. This is from a brewery in Ithaca, which is about an hour from me. This is from Personal Best Brewing. So there's a little icon.
Personal Best,
like your personal best. So
yeah, okay, cool.
All right, so I was there.
That's appropriate for today because this is one of my personal favorite guests here. Really, I'm not even joking.
Look at
guitar.
You trying to be punny.
That too.
Yeah, there's like nice. Look at that. Dirty Glass Gang as usual. So sorry about that.
Wait, what's cult?
Yeah, this is from the North Brewery. They used to call their thing the cult. Like they're members of the cult, and then
you ever use that on a cult bar?
Yes, for sure I have. So Apocalypse was one of the like stouts he made one time. So see the color on that Pilsner there, nice and bright.
Yeah.
Oh, Greg, this is right up your alley. Super crisp boy, like very tasty. Yeah, not so overly hoppy as some of them, but that's kind of typical of the Italian Pilsner to me. I don't think they're super hoppy to me, at least. There's a little hops on the end. Man, that was crisp. Super tasty, really good. Well, you got me.
Is it a crispy boy, as they say?
Yes, as the kids say.
Bangers tonight. So we will open this Giant Jones English barley.
Now you're gonna make me jealous, dude. You know I'm a fan of their stuff.
Yeah, Jessica was like, wait, you got to get something that's going to make Doug jealous. I'm like, I just order and it's going to make Doug jealous. What are we talking about here, lady? So anyway, this is a Giant Jones English barley wine, but I just got it out of the fridge, y'all, so I'm going to let that warm up. Why am I going to let that warm up? Because we're going to start off sizzling, Doug, with Uncle Nearest, 1856. Do you know anything about this one?
I had it before. It's 100 proof, so it's a higher proof of the two main ones. The other one I can't remember the year they put on it, but it was a different year. I want to say.
What do you know about Uncle Nearest? This Uncle Nearest, what's the deal with it?
Well, we know that it's was actually what Jack Daniels was based off of. It was originally created by a black man and then they kind of got his recipe, and I believe he worked for them for some period of time. But excellent whiskey. So,
Doug, we never do this. Let's do this.
That's. I feel like I'm on a sports talk show now. Like,
we gotta have debates, right? We gotta face off, right?
Leave that for later.
Oh yeah. So, Doug, we have this Uncle Nearest.
Get you down the chute.
There's a nice flavor going. Ooh, that's florally. And welcome to the most people that have watched this in a long time, though.
A bit. Yeah, but welcome everybody. Glad you're here.
Yes, yeah. So without further ado, because they're probably not all here to see us, Doug. Let's just keep it straight. So, our guests tonight are it's two people, y'all, and so they are with Doug. Doug, what's your shirt say?
This is BrewGether. This is what they do as a joint venture. So
Yeah, BrewGether is on a mission to highlight the synergy, y'all, between urban agriculture and the craft beer industry by raising awareness that only 1% of craft brewers and 1% of farms are Black owned. So by volunteering, educating, oh, I'm sorry, Doug, I need to get you off that whole thing. Yeah. So by volunteering, educating, and providing grants to local farms and urban agriculture initiatives, BrewGether aims to bring together craft beer and community. So from what I know, and we can get to all this, them combined are BrewGether, but separately, Doug, we got a whole little thing to talk about here because Andrea Byron is a longtime food and beverage storyteller and community connector, Doug. So we food shaming in on this biatch tonight. As a food and lifestyle journalist and a social media creative under the handle Atlanta Food Writer, she has spent more than a decade shaping Atlanta's culinary landscape and reviewing restaurants, spotlighting breweries, and traveling to food festivals. I mean,
that's all right.
Like everybody's like, oh, Greg goes on like road trips for breweries. It must be a nice job. Well, first of all, I haven't gotten paid for that yet, so it's not a job until you get paid, right, Doug? But that sounds even better than what I do, man, because I'm a foodie too. So Andrea is also a proud leader in the Atlanta craft beer community. She's the co-founder of BrewGether, as we stated. She elevates the intersection of craft beer and urban agriculture. As we said before, her work with BrewGether reflects her belief on craft beer spaces can serve as powerful platforms for awareness, connection, and economic empowerment. Andrea is a natural connector, bringing people and stories and resources together. Sounds like my kind of friend, Doug. The next
I think so.
We have is Mr. Ale Sharpton. Ale Sharpton is so this is where we'll have kind of so Ale Sharpton was the first. I found Ale Sharpton online, and Doug, he was the first person that I saw that was a black person, was a black male talking about beer. And it was this inspiring as fuck. And I'm telling you right now, sorry for my language. Without this guest or this guy coming up here, I don't know if we would be here because again, he inspired me. There's two people that inspired me hard as far as craft beer goes. It's Ale Sharpton and it's Doug. You know the other one.
Well, there's multiples that I can think of, but you're gonna have to clue me in.
The main one is Chris Strausner, the beer baron, of course.
That's true. That's true.
Yep, I came up with him as far as like his articles, like were the first things that I read. And then when I was looking for other people, Ale Sharpton was like the second person, and it was like, wait, like you could be cool, you could drink beer, and you can be black. And I was like, okay, I can drink beer and be black. I got to work on the coolness. So if I, follow this guy, it's cool. So I don't know, like there's not a bigger inspiration between him and Chris. It just doesn't get bigger as far as me doing whatever the hell I'm doing now. And it's still, I respectfully, I feel like I'm chasing him on some angle. And actually we'll get to that and later. I got a little something special, Doug, for us.
Okay.
Without further ado, and Greg's rambling, I'm just excited about, and thanks, Doug, for booking this because I ain't even booked these people. You booked them. You're the man.
You're welcome.
Yes.
I'm just glad they were gracious enough to join us. So
yes, I know. So without further ado and fanboying and all that Greg is doing now, Doug, if you don't mind, bring up our guests. Yes.
Here we
welcome.
are.
Check.
Did I get anything wrong?
No, you nailed it.
Yo,
Thank you. That was
man,
great.
That really, really meant a lot. What you're saying, both of you, your sentiments, man, are really heartfelt. Appreciate you, man, and Glad I could be there for you, my brother.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I just believe that, at least for me, you were an inspiration as far as to like just keep going and just get out there and just show, whatever, and just be yourself and be authentic and all those things. So, I mean, again, just shout out to you. Yeah, and Doug, what we normally ask, right?
Yeah. Well, what are you guys drinking? That's where we're going to start.
I'm going a little bit light on y'all. I'm drinking one of my favorite beers out of Athens, Georgia, Creature Comforts. It's called the Automatic IPA. It used to be called Pale Ale, but it's more marketable called IPA, so they boosted it about 0.5%, made it 6%, and it's still slight haze to it. I'm not as big a hazy guy as I used to be, but it's very delicious, well balanced, and I'm messing with that. I'm a hophead, so. And then what you drinking? Oh yeah, the can is pretty dope too. I document a lot of art on cans and stuff. I do a lot of articles on them. So shout out to them and their artwork right here. It's kind of fire. So
yeah.
And then the lady here, the Queen Bee, what you got, Mama?
Well, I am drinking a THC drink actually, so not beer.
Oh, after Greg's heart right there.
Why we still got these damn things? So that's
10
a whole nother
milligrams.
Doug, leave me alone.
Story. And that's called it's called Liberty.
This is called Liberty. It's new. It's pineapple flavored.
Yep.
It has lion's mane and ashwagandha in it. So
wow, so they put mushroom in that.
Awesome.
Respectfully, we didn't get to the goods. What is it? 10 milligrams, 15
10 milligrams.
CBD, THC. What is it?
Yeah, 10 milligrams THC, 5 milligrams CBD.
There you go. That's the hook, Doug. That's what you got.
They make also a lot of different types of products. This is out of Pontoon. Shout to Sean, and he creates stuff. Has a real cool way of diluting and making THC liquefied, where it can be infused in almost anything. And he came up with some really craziness for that, like a mad scientist type of dude. So he has this and another thing, a soda company called Fizzy Lifting. That's actually really interesting as well. They're all fire. So you come to the ATL, I'll show you around. I appreciate the ATL shout outs too. I saw y'all saying stuff in the high row.
Yeah.
Put a hip hop head out there.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Doug. I'm glad you appreciated it.
Yeah, man. It was an intro. So
yeah,
I had I mean,
it was worthy though. The guests were worthy of it. So
my guy was still on tonight. I had to make sure that things are on point here. What do you want?
Appreciate you.
So I guess, Doug, I mean, we need to start at the top with BrewGether, right?
Okay, yeah. So I was lucky enough when I was at Barrel and Flow this past year to see Andrea with BrewGether do their panel with the farmer, and unfortunately, I could not for the life of me remember his name. And I talked to him afterwards, and what was the farmer that you had?
Farmer Vaughn.
Farmer Vaughn, and he's on
Kentucky. Yep.
Yeah, and it was fascinating because the idea of talking about how to marry, folks that BIPOC folks to kind of get them to work together, especially from the farming, which is a very, there's not a lot of folks who are of color who are farming, and there's not as many that are brewing, at least that are brewing. I'm going to use the word professionally, but if you know what I mean. But it's nice that you're trying to find a link for that and actually being a conduit to allow those folks together. So where did that come from? How did you come to the idea of making BrewGether? What spawned that? How did that come to this place?
How did that come to be? That's a great question. I think 2020, the pandemic, it happened actually. What had happened was, so you all know about Ale and the lovely beer that he has, Piano Keys. A portion of the proceeds from Piano Keys was always designated to give back to the community. And I have a background in nonprofit. So I always helped kind of Ale guide those funds. At first, we were focusing on education, but then we realized, how can we actually let this funding make a difference? What can we do where it'll actually maybe move the needle on something? So long story short, in Atlanta, there are many, many Black farmers that are focused on food equity. I had a connection with them through a former job, and I just resurfaced that. Something about focusing on touching the land, actually seeing where something is grown from. When you realize that beer is an agricultural product in itself, it reminds you of like, oh, wow, this beloved drink that we have, we all know that it has, the ingredients, and 2 of those are grown at the farm. So we were able to kind of pull all the connections together, realize that the funding we had could actually make a difference with a small farm. And we put all of our eggs in one basket to really put our efforts in connecting at that point. So craft beer and urban agriculture. So just being able to give donations to Black farmers started. And then after that, we have small groups that will come together and volunteer, give some actual labor, free labor to folks to support that effort. We do tours, we do panels. So it's been really great. It kind of spurred a lot of things from that. But we've had such great synergy, and just like folks like you and Doug and Greg coming up to us after the panel just helps us understand. I think it's something that the craft beer world needs.
Yeah, no doubt. If I can add to that, shout out to New Belgium because they backed it since the very beginning. That was one of the ideas when I was working as a consultant with them and continue to. And they gave me the opportunity to create my own beer, which was Piano Keys, which will be coming out again. Yeah, Piano Keys is a chocolate vanilla imperial stout. And, it's nutty. And then Piano Keys.
It's so good.
So they hired me as a consultant. They said, what should we do to diversify our audience and even our own staff, educate? And I said, shit, I'm making a beer, one of the best breweries in the nation. And I made it a stout because they don't have a lot of stouts. And my concept of Piano Keys is ebony ivory, the whole thing with that, and Black and white people working together, but also chocolate vanilla. So there's so many ways and notes of education with Piano Keys. And it's stellar. I can't wait. I really have some craziness coming in February, and you're the first podcast I've told that to. But to make a long story short, they said, hey, what else would you like to do? And that would be BrewGether. And BrewGether just made perfect sense because the whole thing with Piano Keys is kind of exposing how it's only 1% ownership of Black breweries, but also in the farm world, 1% owned Black farms. So it just seems so well put together, and Andre's background and us wanting to give. We work with other companies with what was the Giving Kitchen we've given to them. So there's a lot of systems, but we fine-tuned it to make it more farming. And so we're doing a lot of cool events, and people love it. The logo looks dope. And we have a lot of volunteers from breweries to people around the community that come and we plant and do things for farms around, especially the ATL area.
Yes.
I don't even know how to follow that up. Unfortunately, I gave Doug the first question, so now I have to follow this up.
That's on you, man. Good luck.
I have some. No worries, y'all. We're gonna get back to Piano Keys. Believe me. I got something tuned up for that. I don't even, Doug. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Doug, do you have a follow up? Because I'm serious. I don't.
No, this is all fine. I can come up with questions for days. So also I wanted to say the Piano Keys being ebony and ivory, all I think of is Paul McCartney.
That's right.
Accent. And I'm just like,
is that a bad thing though? Is that a bad thing?
Oh Lord, why don't we?
That's gonna be in my head for 3 days now. Thank you very much.
Doug, it's Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Stevie, right?
Oh, Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder. My bad.
Oh.
My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because
and then there was a skit on Saturday Night Live with Joe Piscopo and Eddie Murphy. They did a skit on that shit.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Either way, it's a Black legend. But yeah, go on, Doug.
The Paul McCartney, Michael Jackson one was Say. My apologies.
Which is not as good. It's pretty good though. I like it though. I like Say. I'm down with Say.
Was it Say?
Yeah,
that's Say.
And
What you want? Yeah.
And then they did like the whatever. Sorry, sidetracks as usual. But so when you are connecting farms and breweries, is there a way that you do it where you have, all right, brewers, why don't you come out and see how the product comes, and then they can, obviously most brewers are pretty aware of what their ingredients are.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty good way to, hey, I'm going to get local ingredients as opposed to I'm going to order from this big warehouse.
Yeah.
Which, so how do they scale that if you're a local farmer, especially if you're doing urban farming where there's a finite amount of space you can do stuff. So how do you marry that with the need for the amount of hops you might need, for instance, as an example?
We have a couple of stories. I mean, I could go with the adjuncts first. I think like lemongrass is one that I know of, a farm that had lemongrass that they gave to one of the breweries. Of course, you have to know how much you need. And I think you hit the nail on the head of one of the issues that I think breweries and farmers have to figure out right away. It's the quantity. And with farming, I'm learning it's all about the timing and the season. So if you want strawberries in January, you could forget about it. That's not exactly the setup or closing the loop as what they would call it. But it would be a partnership. So it would look like something that they'd have to plan well in advance, give the farmers enough time to grow the product. Once they grow what they grow, then it does go into the beer. And we also found that spent grain is a wonderful product that comes from breweries specifically that can go back to the farm. So we've learned a lot. I think having conversations is really what we're best at, just kind of having the forum for people to come together and talk through some of the things that they may want, that they may need, and how they can get that done. So we've been excited to be able to host those kind of conversations.
It's also an educational thing as well. We always have panels we host, and we have farmers who discuss the symmetry with beer and farming. And we also teach about history and how it was invented in Africa and by women. And the hymns and recipes are written inside of tombs and inside of pyramids. It's really wild telling people this kind of stuff. And then they had hymns and a goddess named Akasi who was glorified for making beer. And that's what they used to feed people. Beer is a royalty drink too from back in the day, and they were buried with vessels with beer in it so they could drink during their journey and during purgatory. So there's all these things that are coming up. But when they were making bread back then, beer was kind of formed as a liquefied form. So then we go ahead and have the education, and it's about grains, it's about the water, which is the big thing, the substance. It's really so many different things that intertwine with it. So it only made sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think your point about knowing seasonal ingredients, and I think we're all a bit spoiled because we go to the supermarket, you get strawberries all year round, but you're getting that's an example, but you're getting that from somebody who grows it in a greenhouse all year round. That's you're not getting stuff that's actually grown on a farm most of the time. Now, that doesn't mean greenhouse farming isn't viable. I mean, my wife and I do that. We have a little greenhouse in our yard to do tomatoes and stuff, but I just think the idea of because our culture is kind of really spoiled with supermarkets having almost everything you need all the time, because they'll have some people that will import. The amount of food we import from other countries is pretty big. So I'm always going to see if I can find stuff that's a little more local, and that's the way you help farms. Especially you're going to help a giant farm that's owned by some giant corporation. That's what good is that? It's like shopping at Amazon. You're going to, So I just like the idea of the seasonal idea of just being hey, this is in season now. Do you want to use it in this beer now? I know. I remember when we were talking to Libco, Liquid Intrusion, and they were saying about how they did a plum beer, and they got the plums right into plum season as opposed to getting plums at some other time. But plums are a little weird. A lot of that has to be a little bit more seasonal because it's grown on a tree. But
Doug, you just reminded me, hops, it's similar.
Yeah.
So the season for hops is late August and September. That's when you can get the freshest.
Yeah.
Everybody loves hop season.
We did that. We went to Yakima. That was fucking nuts.
Oh, that had to be
They
awesome.
wanted me, and then of course the BrewGether kind of tie-in, and we went to the only Mexican-owned farm in Yakima.
Oh,
and
nice.
So we visited that. It's on my Instagram.
Lobos, right?
I think it is.
Yeah.
It's on my Instagram, but it was an amazing trip. But the smell of hops just alone, man, and hops has so much history of what it used to do, helping people sleep. It was a digestive. It was so many different things with hop oils that we learned from that too. That hops was really used for a lot of things besides beer. So, boom.
Yeah. Greg, before you go, I have one more thing. I just want to suggest to Andre and Ale that we had a guest on named Mallory Amir who wrote a book called Girly Drinks, and it was her history book on women and alcohol. And she very much talked about what you were talking about, Ale, where it was like beer was great in Africa. Yeah, just women started brewing beer in Africa, and that's how it started. But like that book is fucking fantastic if you ever want to get a little more history on women and alcohol. I think she said, like, Greg, wasn't like 700 books for research or just to write her book. Like she really knew her shit. So
and the way she weaves the women in the different eras, Doug, is just really, really well done.
Yeah,
and I think she won an award or was nominated or something.
Yeah, she was nominated for a James Beard Award for that.
Oh, huge!
That's big shit.
She earned that shit.
Yeah, she won it too. I think she won an award for that book too, if I'm not mistaken.
She earned that. That was just good storytelling, and it was compelling, and it was great. So, actually,
one quick thing. A shout to Daniel. It's Loza Farms. I appreciate you. So that was the name of the Mexican-owned hop farm out there. So yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Daniel is. I mean,
Daniel's our info guy.
He's our literal fact checker.
He's on point.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry to cut you off, though. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. We do this all the time, actually, right, Doug?
Yeah, this is how it rolls. We're good with that.
This Giant Joe's barley wine is typical Giant Jones. It's boozy and not sweet. Giant Jones does their best, like one of their things, Doug, is like high ABV beers. Of course, we know that, but like she resists the sweetness like all day long. Like so they're never sweet. And they're always high ABV, and they're always beery, and they're amazing. And Ale Sharpton, I need to get you some of that, Doug. We need to work, or I need to work on that. You can't. No.
Yeah, you do that because I can't get Giant Jones beer here. So
right, I need to. I'll hook our boy up. I'll hook our boy up.
No, hook up your brother, man. That'd be dope. And whenever I get sent beers, which is often, thankfully, I bring them down to Lantucky and do sampling with the Nappy Roots, the rapper who owns a Lantucky. And
nice.
We just did one actually earlier today, so we tried some new product over there, and it was really dope.
So I can get Giant Jones to Nappy Roots, Doug. Look at that.
That's fantastic.
That is great. There's so much, y'all bring so much to the table that I'm not sure where to go. But actually, this is what we'll do. One of the things that Ale Sharpton is involved in is I'm pretty sure it's still this, right, Ale Sharpton? So are we ready to talk about this?
It's got the logo.
Let everybody know what's going on with this association, organization, and all that thing.
Man, it's been a journey, actually. And I'm wearing the hat right now. I happily designed, which came out really dope. But National Black Brewers Association is a makeup of Black breweries throughout the nation and supporting partners to bring more awareness, do events. We're at a lot of different festivals, and we kind of provide a network. And it really started, a lot of people didn't know, with Kevin Johnson, the NBA All-Star, multi-All-Star, who has his own brewery and operations and restaurants throughout the nation. Actually in Sacramento, but he's expanding nationally with a lot of things. So he helped get us going, man. And it's been a collective of great people who really know their stuff throughout the nation. And we always do cool events, man, and seminars and everything to try and make a difference and provide some more resources for particularly minority-owned breweries, including Black breweries.
Doug, do you have anything here?
One logo is great. Also, I remember seeing at Barrel and Flow, I saw it and I was like, I did a double take and I was like, that looks like Kevin fucking Johnson. I'm like, there's no way that's Kevin Johnson. And then I was like, holy shit, it is Kevin Johnson. When I went into panel where you guys had the panel, and then I got to talk to him for a few minutes afterwards. That was a thrill for me. I'm a big basketball NBA nerd, so
Yeah, man, no doubt.
so yeah, so that was cool.
He dunked on Olajuwon. I mean, come on, dog. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, not many guys could say that. I certainly can't.
But so BrewGether doesn't feel that far off from the Black Brewers Association. It seems like there's a lot of connecting dots here, right, Ale?
Yes, all about connecting the dots for sure. It's really blowing up actually, and it's fun to go around the nation and visit these breweries like in person. We went to a Black Frog in Cleveland that just opened up, and we didn't even tell them we were coming. It was like a big surprise, and Andrew's my road dog. We kick it, and we she really looks out for me, especially doing a lot of interviews and podcasts and stuff. So she's always there to film and do all kind of cool shit. So shout out to Wifey. But no, it's really dope to support them and the communities that are supporting them as well. And when you go to these tap rooms, it's not all Black people drinking a beer. It's like everybody is enjoying it and loving the different interpretations of how they see IPAs or whatever the case is, like any other brewery. So it's really dope, man, to see that in action.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. So we are in the React segment. So we actually kind of try to keep it moving here. And I want you to react to this, Ale Sharpton, please. It's right here.
I remember that day.
Oh man, that was crazy. So I was just relaxing, had a long night, and it was in the morning, and I kept getting these calls at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So who the hell is this New York number keep calling me? So it was two different numbers, and I finally answered it. I said, who is this? They're like, is this Ale Sharpton? I'm like, yes, it is. And then they said, well, we have some good news for you. Al Sharpton read about you in Forbes magazine and would love to meet you in person. I'm like, wait a minute. And then there was two different numbers, and they were legit. Like, Andrew went and looked up the numbers real quick, and they were definitely PR firms. So we're like, okay. So he's on a jet, just happened to be reading my article on the way to Atlanta on the plane. And the article is featuring what I did, how it did, like, since now it's 30 years of being in the industry and paving the way for a lot of people. Trailblazing and stuff like that. It was really dope. So yeah, I met him. I said, fine. Andre got in the car with me, and I brought my dad. And it was interesting. It wasn't exactly like the Malcolm X movie, but it was kind of dope when he's going to meet the person he's been praying to the whole time in person. But it was just me more just giving him dap and shaking his hand and just saying, wow, I'm not. He read that I was not making fun of his name. It was more of he's have a passion for civil rights, have a passion for beer, and it just made sense. And the whole ale play, I mean, it's the original beer. So he understood and asked about my journey, and then we had to take some pictures. He had his people take pics, and I took some pics, and I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? I wore my hat. Nobody's making me take my hats off, and he had no problem. You know what I mean? So we were chilling, man. It was a really dope experience.
Man, that is dope.
Yeah.
Doug, any you good? So we'll just keep it rolling unless you have actually, Doug, you have a second beer, right?
I do, and I want to because this can art is marvelous and it's simple. Decreasing radius.
Yeah, that simplicity is dope.
Yeah, so they call it a Finger Lakes Common Ale. I live fairly close to the Finger Lakes. It's a Kentucky Common Ale that they just made with New York State ingredients. Okay. This is a collaboration between 3 breweries and a malt house, that's nuts. So this is from Personal Best. There's actually 4 breweries because it's them, Scale House, RDNs, and Liquid State, and then Murmuration Malts. So it's like that is a lot of shit going on. So, but I just thought that is just super cool can art.
If I could say something real quick. First of all, I appreciate you recognizing and showing love to artists. 10 Best is a USA Today thing they do for so many different things. And I'm one of the experts for judging that can art. So if you're really into that, man, go to 10 Best and just look up beer label art, and I'm one of the judges, national judges for that.
That I will be doing.
And then second, you said you went
Doug's
to
on
Ithaca?
that.
Oh yeah,
Doug.
please do. You'll see.
He's
Like, go
on
through the years; they're dope. And then also, you said you went to Ithaca.
I know I talked to you once, and you said you were from Ithaca.
Yeah.
And I live about an hour from there, and I work up in Ithaca, so I drive up there quite a bit. So, but one weekend, I said I haven't been up to some cideries and breweries in Ithaca in a while. I mean, my wife and I have gone to the Finger Lakes a number of times, but Personal Best was one that was new, and I went there on the recommendation of a coworker. Their beers are great. Their facility is like massive. Like, it's not a massive brewery; it's a massive building that they have shuffleboard inside, like big shuffleboard.
Oh shit!
Things to play. And in the summer, they have garages and they just open up so you can do all that shit where all the air coming through. So it's a cool looking place. The guy apparently does all the can art and the brewing himself. So he just does it all himself. So he's a bit of a sorry there.
Yeah, I love my label art, man.
A bit of a what, Doug? Sorry. A bit. You said he's a bit of a.
I was going to say a bit of a control freak, but I didn't want to disparage him because. Like he's brewing, he's doing all the can art, he's doing all the decorations. Like the guy just kind of runs the whole show. But
and of course, I throw you under the bus totally. But anyway, you were gonna say something.
I was gonna say, we did a brewery and food tour on upstate New York and drove down, and the last destination was Ithaca. So that was really fun because I lived there for 10 years. I was born there, moved when I was 10, but then actually went back to college there. So I got to see all my old buddies and, hang out. So I'll sure connect you with some people while you're up there next time.
Yeah. And if you get up here, man, just let me know. I got places I can take you up there too if you haven't been around a bit.
Plus show.
So, can I, another photo I would like you to react to, El Sharpton, is that
was
cool?
a good one, man. The first one was a good one.
This is, I don't know. Doug liked this one.
Yeah, baby, Sir Charles.
That was 2 nights ago. I've always liked Charles. He shoots. I mean, you see what you get, and it's not an act. He's a fearless person, which I definitely appreciate in anybody, whether they're funny, corny, or just totally themselves. It doesn't matter. I appreciate that, and he was super cool, man. He's not into beer as much as he is into more. He has a vodka company and they make gin now too. So it was kind of like a tasting party, and I was invited to come check him out, and it was really dope, man. He's hilarious. He's funny, and he'll talk NBA, he'll talk whatever, and he'll just say what he says. He's a trip.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to put him on there.
I would have.
He lost hella weight too. He lost like 100 pounds. Some
he's looking svelte. He's like
right.
It's looking like it. So we need to get Andrea in the mix here. So we had to react to those 2 questions.
That was good.
Yeah, we had to react, but so we just I don't know. Doug, we just want to get your y'all's take because y'all are really close to the craft beer industry. So the Beer Institute's October 2025 taxable removal show that more market decline for craft brewers. So y'all are obviously craft beer lovers like we all are here. And y'all are smart people, my opinion. So what do y'all thinking? How do we it seems like there's a multi thing going on that's negative towards the craft beer for me. Whether it's millennials not drinking or people just drinking less and all these other things and the market factors and the tariffs and this, that, and the other thing. What do y'all think that that breweries should do to try to sustain during this clearly tough time?
You want to go first?
I mean,
yes, please.
Jump in and say we actually talk about this a lot. Of course, ale's in the industry, so it comes up quite a bit. But there's so many factors. Some of the ones that I've heard are the diversity of drinkers. Like you were saying, the ages. It's like we can't get what's up. There was not younger beer drinkers. I don't know what's happening. Younger folk, and I feel icky when I have to try to introduce younger people to beer. I don't even like to think about it, but somebody introduced me to it, right? I don't know how that works.
True.
But no, I think just the diversity of beer drinkers, we're getting older. Our palates are getting more sophisticated. We like that one beer, that go-to beer. So we get our favorite breweries. Like kind of, folks, we get stuck in our ways. There's a whole lane for that. I also think that there's trends now. Sober October, dry January. When did that happen?
Mm-hmm.
So there's so many things that I think trend-wise are coming on the scene. You hit the nail on the head. It's multiple things. I know Al has a bunch of things.
There's a ton. Well, I mean, also, getting a beer or drinking for that matter was a thing when we were like seniors in high school or whenever the time was for us. It was a cool thing. We're sneaking this. Now it's like there's pills, there's weed, there's no one going out anymore to mass parties, which we had to do every weekend. We were crying to go ahead and get a driver's license. Now kids don't try and kick it, do anything. A lot of them. And where their parties, they could be dating online. Just go ahead and doing like virtual reality of them going on a date. And you know what I mean? So there's a lot of that. And there's also just the interest, intrigue of beer was really big for a time. It was a big boom, like, wow, IPAs and all these different styles. Or I didn't know beer could taste like that. And then people started going to a lot of different breweries and then became experts, where a lot of times those more educated palates go towards more patronizing what beer is really, really good. Mm-hmm. Not saying that some of the breweries that have passed away or gone are bad, but it just seems like some of the marketing push, which is big too, and the fact that certain beers are very consistent, those are the ones that tend to win the most.
Yeah, sorry, I was taking care of something there, but I have 4 kids and they're all young adults. So I get to see this in real time, how it works. And the proliferation of being able to get legal weed is like a big thing, because they can get, a little tipsy with gummies or whatever, and it's less effect on them the next day. And honestly, it's a trend with folks who, I'm going to say younger. I'm in my 50s, so I'm beyond what they're at. So I'm made my peace with that a long time ago. But it's the idea of like things that like were like real drivers for me when I was a kid. It was getting drunk. It was hooking up. It was like a lot of different things that were just kind of ubiquitous to that. Growing up, you wanted to get drunk because you were told you shouldn't, and then you wanted to have sex because you were told you shouldn't, and then you would see all these movies, and in the 80s, just the plethora of like the goal of the movie is the kids to get laid was part of like the culture, but like it was also the culture of, hey, I'm going to get drunk and all that stuff. Like you said, Al, that was kind of what we did, and you just were trying to be able. You get your driver's license, you can go to parties. You get your driver's license, you can go meet people. And, we didn't have online, so that was kind of required. And it just the ease of things to do without having to leave the comfort of your home.
Yes.
And just the idea of being comfortable in your space is a big thing for folks who are younger. And I, as an older person, like comfort in my space is great. But like when I was younger, the comfort didn't matter for shit. Like if I slept if I passed out and slept in a yard, I woke up and I was like, well, that sucked, but all right, let's go. And just
when's the next party?
Yeah.
So, a lot of health consciousness too, which is kind of a key thing too. And just in general, people being healthy is kind of in right now. And beer's becoming more expensive. I mean, let's keep it real. Our pockets and bank accounts might be getting a little tighter. You know what I mean? We got to like be very selective. And 4-packs for $20 is the regular thing now. When we would have maybe 10 years ago, but like say, what? This shit must be spectacular and hard to get, and we're waiting in line for fucking 2 weeks. But no, this is a real thing. But it's making breweries become a lot more inventive and making more of an experience. You just mentioned something about shuffleboard inside the brewery. Well, those are things that bring people to the brewery that are having families, where you can let the brats run around and do what the hell they got, because they're going to be these toys and all kind of things and games that are going to be over there on the side while the parents get their sip on. Then you're going to have the TVs for the especially the sports fans to really engage in watching the shows. Oh yeah, they have the games there, so we're gonna go to that brewery, and then you're gonna have food, and then you're gonna have THC drinks, and then you're gonna have slushies, and then you're gonna have all kind of different things, and then go ahead and buying a license to get spirits, so you can make it a one-stop shop where you're not selling just beer to make income.
And the idea of making events at your place, like, when you have things like karaoke, trivia,
Yep.
And not just that, like if you have music, like
Art shows.
Sure. Yeah, just making it, like you said, a one-stop shop and experience to go to instead of just, I'm going to go and hang out at my brewery and drink, which was fine for us, not fine for folks that are staring at a phone all the time and are getting dopamine hits every 5 seconds. And I'm not disparaging that, because I do that myself quite a bit, but I'm just saying that is you have to do more, I think, at the brewery now than you used to.
Absolutely. Atlantucky, I just mentioned, they have art shows, they have big events at night. The Nappy Roots perform there. They have a pizza now that they make. They sell spirits, and all this has transpired over the last year, and they've only been open for 2 years, going on 3. So yeah, you got to do it. You know what I mean? And that's cool. And we try to support as much as possible. And the food has actually been a lot better because of that too. You could just have some pretzels and shit and call it a day, but now they really have people with culinary backgrounds in the back really making a good job to keep the people coming.
Yeah. Can I make a comment on that, Greg? Sorry, I keep popping in here. But also food trucks.
Yeah,
food trucks are big for
there
that.
You go. Like, experiences.
That's right.
Yeah, like when I go to Barrel and Flow, I'm usually there the day early, and I go to Trace Brewing because it's very pro LGBTQ, which is very important to me. And they always have food trucks, and during Barrel and Flow, they get BIPOC food trucks. So they're just trying to, they're very into making sure that they have that. But food trucks are another part of the food experience. And then you can just have someone, you pay them to be there, but you actually don't have to have a license to make food. You don't have to do anything in that respect. So that's another way where they can, bring people in and get good food.
Yep.
Good point, Steve.
Yes, Steve. I'll address this point, and then anybody else can jump off on it. As someone who knows a lot about beer in Wisconsin these days, I've done I know a lot now. I'm good. What I'm seeing, Steve, up here is this going back to lagers and having all kinds of lagers all over the place, as opposed to IPAs. And I see IPAs shrinking on these menus. I see like 1, 2, or 3, not, the hazy, of course, right. And then a pale can act like an IPA too. Everybody knows that one. So, but it's mostly lagers, and I'm not sure if y'all are seeing that down there in Atlanta, but that's, I think, where they're going for the diversity of beer, which is they're trying to really, put out a lot of lagers to target those people that walk in and say, hey, I need, where's my or here it's where's my Miller Lite, and where's my Miller Ultra, and where's my Coors, and because we're Coors, Miller, Pabst, that's what Wisconsin is. So what are y'all seeing down in Atlanta? And then Doug, we'll get to you in New York.
Yeah, you want to go first?
Yeah.
I think there's a few that transition for people who are drinking those mass-produced beers. Yeah, it's like something to have there. Also, it's lighter bodied. This is more of a refreshment factor with the lagers too, which people like. But also, there are breweries here that specialize in just solely making lagers. Now, what's interesting is, they're like Halfway Crooks is fire. They are one of the best, not only in Atlanta, but throughout the South in terms of lager production. But they also, another place that has hip hop nights and a beer garden where they have the food and their kitchens produced. But also, you do have to have your IPAs on that menu. It's a safety net for a lot of breweries that might specialize in sours or whatever, but an IPA is something that is not going anywhere, except for those nasty smoothie ones. Those were fucking gross. But
Wait.
in the West Coast and all those aren't going anywhere. Actually, I'm seeing some West Coast coming back, which I'm very happy about.
West Coast is coming back. I see it here. Yeah,
people are appreciating the hop love. So that's what's happening with these out here. So yeah, it's kind of a trend all over, honestly, and it's a good call. But it's up there. Don't forget about the other beers that really make sense to have on your menu as well.
Yeah. And
Andrea,
I'm
you have
seeing
anything?
Yeah, I was gonna say I see a lot of beer slushies. I think every time, I don't know, for some reason, sometimes when women go to bars, they think, let me give you something that you might like, and it's super sweet. I want to go full hoppy, but
Yeah, right.
there's a lot of a lot of seltzers out there. So I do see craft breweries of trying to get to folks like really a light beer, a seltzer, or a slushy, and then maybe they can introduce them to something a little bit more crafty.
NA beers too.
Yeah.
NA beers are people like having them, and if they don't make them themselves, then they sell them in cans for people to try out. So that's another biggie right there. That really made a lot of money this year. NA beers.
Vale's and that's in Virginia, I believe. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vale is amazing. Doug, do you have any comments on this, or we can?
No, I actually don't, because they all said but I was thinking too. So I think we're all on the same page there, right? So yeah, right. I will just say that the NA selections in places is really more popular now, and I think that's great, because there's times that I will go to a place and I have no interest in actually having any booze, because I am actually a person that usually if I drink one night, I don't drink for a couple days afterwards. But that's all health related and heart related. But being able to go to a place and being like, I feel like I'm in the community if I'm having something to drink, even if it's an NA. So it's like, I don't know, just that, I don't know. It's like but it's not a soda, but it seems, I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but in the way human brains work, that does make sense. So yeah, I just like the advent of folks either making their own or actually having folks that having NAs from folks so that people can partake and be present without feeling they have to drink booze if they don't want to.
And they're sometimes pretty good.
For a while, Ale tried them. He had to do an article on NAs and had to try them. So, what's your experience on NAs?
I know it ain't real beer, but you know what I mean. It does kind of scratch that itch sometimes when you're just chilling. I tend to have a real beer when I write. It kind of gets me when I'm especially when I'm writing about beer, but I always have like a little ceremonial beer. And then I tried it with NA, and I mean, I still flowed and did my thing, but just something about that maltiness and a little bit of that sweetness, backbone balance that I always look for. And it just tastes better with the utilization of hops to me. But if NAs, I can do them. There's some really good ones out there.
Yeah, the quality of those, and JT said it's gotten so much better. Like there is some really good ones, but the thing is that you're right. If you want to get something dark, you're probably going to get something that feels pretty watered down, because you can't just replicate a stout taste well in an NA. There's a few that do it really well. Deschutes makes an NA of their Black Butte Porter that is awesome. But so there's not the Guinness NA is probably the best example, because the Guinness NA tastes almost exactly like regular Guinness, which is weird and interesting. So.
Oh man. And to clarify, when I was saying smoothie IPAs or smoothie 7, or like the real thick kind of super fruity kind of stuff, not like the New England style IPAs, which was my thing for a bit. And Vale does make some good stuff. I also saw your comments on there. What's the one? Other Half makes some dope ones too. That's one of the breweries we hit up on our tour, which is really dope. Yeah,
the Finger Lakes.
Yep. All right, Doug. We good. Let's do the segment that Joel inspired, right, Doug?
Yeah.
Let's do it, because I know Ale Sharpton and Andrew.
This is going to hit Ale.
Yes, this is right down their lane. Is it, Doug, or not?
So, I think so. I didn't think we realized it, but it's going to be right in your lane, Ale.
Bring it on.
Yeah. So my friend Joel is he works with me on the Badger Beer Report. This man has been to 50. He's been to 1,500 breweries in 50 states.
Woo.
So. And he doesn't want me to call him a brewery expert, but I mean, if I wasn't talking to a brewery expert, how would I know that it's not him? So anyway, he likes brewery logos. So
Oh hell yeah!
what we started doing, like he actually has like this thing where the breweries that he visits that year, he'll like have like he'll do a summary of like his favorite ones and the best logos and all that. So he dialed up 2 of his favorites for y'all, and we're gonna critique these biatches right now, y'all.
Yeah, this is what I do.
Yeah,
Let's go. So number 1 is
Crooked Crab
Brewing in
Where are they?
Odenton, Maryland.
I was gonna say I was gonna go with Maryland.
So.
They won me over because I am a crab cake fanatic, and this right here brought me to Maryland right away. The best crab cakes in the world. You like the rope with the kind of like that anchoring kind of sea look?
I like it. I like how it goes around the logo. It's like infinity symbol a little bit, so maybe there's some subliminal messaging.
Yeah, and they put a little blue hue on the crab. It looks like, which is very, very clever. The font, it gives a little bit of some curvature, some edginess.
Yeah, that's C and crooked.
And then it's a shield almost that it's stamped on, like an emblem. So they have that part. So you got the rope to know that it's from the sea. So
yeah, nice work.
Yeah, nice work on that.
Doug?
I concur. I will say it gives me almost like the font is almost like sort of like a borderline, like not quite piratey font, but in that sort of in that range. And the blue crab is a nice touch, and it does with the rope. That actually is a really nice touch with it to kind of loop around and kind of gives you the feel of like when you're on a boat with where you have to hoist the sails and do all that shit, or you have to dock the boat and wrap the thing around. So I think it's really great. I like crab cakes, but the thing is, it's one of those things where I haven't had enough of them to try to be like, oh, I really, really dig crab cakes. And the problem is I'm from upstate New York, so the crab cakes I get up here are not nearly as good as what you would get down there. So
no, that's Maryland. That's it. I make them myself. I don't even. There's only one spot I go to here for crab cakes, but yeah, fire.
Okay, I was going to be like, Doug, why the f are we talking about some crab cakes? But El Shad brought it up, so we'll allow it.
Hey, blue crab in Maryland is synonymous with crab cakes. So
I know. Did anybody notice the
the sailboat? I missed the sailboat.
I was gonna say, right under like his undercarriage, isn't there a sailboat? And there's kind of like what what is that?
Oh yeah. We couldn't see it because it's kind of small here, but yeah, it's got the whole look at the staff, and it's kind of curving in there.
It's like it's a storm.
Is it a storm? Yeah, it's kind of small enough.
Topsail schooner. What do y'all give this? Doug, do we have a scale 1 to 5, or what do we do? 1 to 10, or what are we doing?
Yeah, whatever you want. 1 to 10 is kind of standard. So why don't we do that?
Yeah. What do y'all have a rating for this one? Y'all like it? Y'all?
I mean, it's not bad. I think merch and stuff like that, and how that would go on merch. That would be a fun problem.
That'd be really difficult on a hat.
Yeah, I'm not like oh shit, and that's a 5 when I say oh shit. So I'm going with 5 1/4.
I'm not running out to get a T-shirt with this on it, and that would be a 10 for me. Right. So I'm gonna put it, and it's the first one, so I gotta put it right in the middle. Yeah, 6.
Okay.
We're going 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 to 10. Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess 6.
I'm being sweet.
6.5.
I give it a solid. I give it a solid 7.
All right.
6.
Yeah, I'm at 6.5. That's where I'm at. So.
Yeah. It's pretty good. So the next one and the last one, actually, y'all. I should have queued up more, Doug. They love this. We love this. Yeah. Is Ravina Brewing.
Oh, okay. There's a lot going on here.
In Seattle, Washington. Anybody familiar with Ravina Brewing Company?
No, we were in Seattle though, earlier this year.
Yeah, I love Seattle.
That was pretty dope.
Doug, do you have initial thoughts while Ale and Andrea get their things together on this one?
You want initials? What are you asking?
Yeah, no, initial thoughts on this one.
Initials. I think this is lovely. I like all the color scheme. I'm a little confused by the wave, but maybe that's because they're like in the bay. That's the only thing I can figure out. But I just really like the colors, and using that circular logo makes it very easy to put on merch, which is really nice. I dig it. I dig it.
What's going on, Ale Sharp? Did I need you?
I like the V with the wave. It's pretty.
Yeah, they had to put in. I like this. It's clean. The merch factor works pretty well. I don't know what color hoodie that could maybe have, because that's a real hard color to replicate in the middle there, because it's not really a real aqua blue. It's kind of an off blue, and I don't know how many people wear that kind of color as a sweatshirt. But then you could play maybe with the red, which is actually an interesting hue they use as well. But overall, it's cool. I didn't do the oh shit with this one, although they did incorporate a fern, whatever, or a spruce tree that's out there in Washington.
Spruce tree, yeah.
Which is really cool. So they're getting all the elements. So
I would wear this on a t-shirt before I wore the crab. So it's 7 for me.
Yeah, I agree.
So you're gonna rank that higher than the crab one.
Ranking it on wearability on a t-shirt.
No, legit. I'm just making sure. That's cool. So Doug, do you like this one better than the crab? I think we all like this one better than the crab one, right?
I think so.
All right.
Yeah.
I think they're both very good for the area that they're from. I will say that they're both trying to capture what the area is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you see like a person laying down, you can see the face like facing up. I can see what he's saying there.
Yes, I see that for sure.
What?
It looks like a
a little bit. Yeah, the mountain.
A face when you turn your head to the right.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I could wear more gear with that, more kicks with that logo, I think, than the other one. So it gives you a little Patagonia kind of vibe too.
Her mouth is
Jesus Christ, Manny. Fucking Manny. Just be very glad our guy Zach isn't in here, because Zach would derail this entire show in 5 minutes.
It's not.
hilarious.
All good stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So we wanted to make Andrea feel a little bit at home. So I want to talk a little food here. We are known for food shaming people. We don't shame people on beer taste. We don't shame people for their race. We don't shame people for anything else. But we will food shame people. And when you come on our platform and say ignorant things like you don't like gravy and avocados and what was the other shit that was said on this fucking wild stream sometimes, Doug? You don't like gravy. I just don't. I can't. I don't. Do y'all like gravy? Y'all better like gravy.
We love gravy.
How do you? Anyway.
How did that even come up? Like, someone just say, "Yo, I don't fuck with gravy."
Oh, we were talking about a Thanksgiving thing. It was a couple years ago, and we were talking about Thanksgiving. Someone's like, "Yeah, I don't really like gravy." We were like,
gravy.
"What?"
We're like, what?
And I found out that Italians called spaghetti sauce gravy too. So
we were meaning like traditional gravy, but yeah, I like Italian gravy too.
Either way, it's unacceptable. So, is this too well done, or is this where are we at with this, Andrea? Where are we at with this?
Okay. This is tough because I do like a little bit of like a bubble of burnt on my pizza, but that looks a little bit much. I think they left it in there just a little too long.
Yeah, that one real dark ass, what was that, pepperoni, that one thing ruined it. If all of them weren't like that, then that would be perfect. that one guy in the top right at 2 o'clock, they blew it.
Hold on. Andrew, what do you mean by you need a little bit burnt? Like,
yeah, I don't mind a little burnt. I like
little char.
It looks like they ordered it well done. So
this is a little charred though. So we're gonna. Is everybody going to agree with Ale Sharpton and be like, it's that one pepperoni? So then that's why it's fucked up.
No,
that one. If that wasn't on, I wouldn't turn it back. But that one big ass burnt one, it
looks like a pimple. Looks like a pimple. Also, saying it's moldy is not true. Those are greens. That's like spinach or something they threw in there. So
yeah, I don't know.
So that is from a brewery in Wisconsin, and I just cut off the top because I didn't.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah, you're very nice. That was
It
very,
looks
very,
edible though. Definitely. I mean, you could get down.
I mean, I would eat this. I'm just saying, like, because some people are like, some people don't want any of that burnt.
Yeah.
Are y'all not like that, right? Like, you just,
I
it's
like a
just a
little
little
burnt.
too much.
I like a little burnt. A little.
I think that I'll give it a minute and a half earlier takeout.
Yeah.
So while we're here, before we move on, is pizza in the brewery played out?
No. It's cheap, filling, goes well with lagers and beers in general, and it's fun. And who doesn't like pizza? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a good go-to, and the food cost is very low.
Bingo.
So it's not played out.
No.
Never.
Okay.
Just make it good and don't burn the shit.
Don't put a burnt pimple in the middle.
So
You're welcome for that mental image.
So one of the things that let's get back to collaboration beers. So I had my first collaboration beer or Badger Beer Report, and me or whatever, our crew, all that. We had our first collaboration beer last year, Ale Sharpton, and it was amazing and awesome, and it was just a great time. And I know you understand that because, man, you had it on a bigger scale, and much respect to that. So today, actually 2 days ago, we got the notice that we were going to be able to have that collaboration again. So it'll be back next year, and I'm happy about that. Yeah. Wait,
Let's
do
get
I
it.
have yeah, where's the little clapping thing here? Let's go.
All right.
But so then that led me to a place that no one should ever go, right, Ale Sharpton? It is Untapped.
Is that the style you brewed?
This is the beer that it says, this is the beer this is my first collaboration beer. It's called Dosh Beer, and I'm telling y'all that this beer should at least be 4.25, if not 4.5. It is a crisp, wonderfully done lager, and y'all are on some fucking bullshit. Anyway, I just wanted
to hey man, you got to defend your shit, right?
No. I'm just telling you though, like, I'm telling you, like, I know it's my collaboration beer. I got it, right? I should love it and all that. I'm telling you, the beer was crisp, amazing, all that, and y'all just like crapped on it. So like, I'm still, again, y'all talked, we talked about it at the top. I'm still chasing my mentor because this fabulous beer here is 4.0, and it really fucking should be 4.5. I agree. That beer is, I'm telling, like, that was one of the best beers at fucking Barren Flow that year. Period. Wow. It was just, and I'm not just saying it because he's here. Doug remembers me screaming and hollering about this beer. So 4.0 is y'all on some bullshit too.
Yeah, they're bugging because but that's fine. They give me some things to inspire with the next batch. I'm doing it with another brewery. No, all due respect to New Belgium, but I just wanted something a little more closer to home where it could be a little more hands-on. So there's going to be some things that'll be different this time around, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but look for it in February, and I'll be holding you some cans, brother. I got you. I got the whole team, actually. I got you.
Oh, so Piano Keys is coming back. Is this known knowledge or what's going?
No, it is now.
It is now. You're the first podcast I'm mentioning it. Honestly,
do we have a brewer? Do we have a date? What's going on? Do we get more info?
February. You just said you didn't want to leave, but let's not push.
Listen, man. You know how I am now with this stuff, Doug. I go in.
Yeah,
I need it. No, stop it, Doug. The story's right here. You gotta press your talent to get the info. No, this is amazing. This is amazing though. News. Again, I'm not just bullshitting because he's in front of me. This beer is excellent. It's gonna be great. It's
still pouring good
ABV. It drinks like 7 ABV. It's just so smooth. It's just Doug, I'm telling you. You would be, look at this black beer guy over there. Yeah, I can't wait. I
wanna
please,
scout
yeah,
now.
let us
Can't
know.
wait
I
for
want
the
to
try
scream
it,
and holler
man.
about it. Let us
We're,
know.
we're shipping in all kind of different vanilla beans to see which ones work the best from all over the world, and there's no expense on that. And then the chocolate's already been chosen. So it's gonna be pretty crazy. Yep.
Whatever, JC. Jesus Christ. These people in the comments, Doug. I don't know what we're gonna do with them. But Doug,
I don't either.
I want you to tell us what you're doing with that up there.
Appreciate you, Amani.
Yep. So this is a Allagash Gatherwell bourbon barrel aged stout that I've had in my cellaring fridge for over 2 years.
Okay. That's the cool thing about stouts, man. They can hang out for a while.
On there.
Yeah, that's real shit. All right, I got you.
Yeah. So this is excellent. It was excellent fresh. They still make this every year now, which is great. It is extraordinarily smooth, even 2 years later. It's 11%, so it's it's a heavier beer, but it's notes of cocoa, vanilla, and oak.
Okay.
Standard barrel aged beer, but man, is it good! It's super drinkable, super smooth. You know, sometimes you get those barrel aged beers, and it's just like, hey, how would you like to be punched in the face by bourbon for the entire time you drink that beer? This is not that. It definitely has the notes, but it is wickedly delicious and smooth. So really well done.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Doug, is that Allagash you say?
Yes, Allagash Gatherwell.
They are a great brewery.
And great partner with BrewGether. We've done a couple events with them.
Yeah, we just did an event with them about 2 months ago. We partnered and did so back to BrewGether, right? So Allagash, the Allagash White has coriander in it as one of the main ingredients. And we did a seed pairing. And gave away coriander seeds, which is also cilantro. So come up, get a sip of Allagash White, and then they could get a seed packet and grow their own at home. So it was a pretty cool experience.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Allagash White is one of those old school like OG fucking fucking beers. And they make that recipe and it's fucking on point every goddamn time you drink it. It's super drinkable. Man.
That's the biggest key with beer, man. Staying a long time is consistency. If that shit isn't consistent, it ain't lasting. And another one like that is Bell's Two Hearted. That's just one of the best beers, period, that you just know is always going to taste the same no matter what. Stone IPA.
There's one that stays around that Greg's going to groan when I mention what the name is, but it changes every year, and it's Matt Elf from Trogs because the cherries every year are different because cherries are different every year. So like this year was a very cherry forward. Greg would hate it because people you would because you would find it medicinal. We've discussed this 50 times from Sunday, so that's how it works. But it's one of the weird beers that like every year they make it and every year it tastes different and people still buy it. They make a lot of it, so clearly it works in some way.
Very dope.
So trying to keep content going for a diverse group or a diverse couple like we have here, Doug, it's not easy. But I would like to talk hip hop because I know Sharpton loves that too. I know. I mean, I'm telling you.
You got me, brother.
I do. I know my guy. So with that being said, we'll let Ale Sharpton and Andrea remark to this first, and then Doug. We will get on
this.
Yeah.
It says it's talking
I know who mine is right away. Well, it's one of two, actually.
Doug. Sorry.
Who's in the back standing up? I can't tell.
Is that Kendrick about to sit down?
Yeah, Kendrick needs to sit down, and y'all need to replace the one that he's going to sit down.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So, we got 50. Was that Kanye?
50, Kanye, Eminem.
Yeah. Pac.
Tupac, Jay-Z.
Lil Wayne.
And Biggie. Oh, I know who I'm going to pick.
Go ahead.
This is no easy answer. This is tough, no matter which way you look at it. But I'm going to say Biggie, just because his catalog is not as diverse. I mean,
interesting.
Has a shorter catalog than everybody else.
That's interesting.
No fault of his own.
Damn, there's different ways to look at it. I look at it as a table of lyricism. and not really entrepreneurialism, and known for like really getting critically like really complex with bars, and those guys do it like no other. Although Kanye is more of a producer rapper, but nah, the guy would have to get up. Although 50 Cent is his own category, I would have him sit with them because that'll be a little more of a lyrical get together. And he's 50's gonna get out, and he's gonna have his own spot. And then he's gonna be doing all kind of Instagram campaigns against me because I said he would get up. But really, nah, 50's my guy. He's hilarious, and he has hits. But this is a table of lyricism, straight pure lyricism. I think 50 has a nice broad thing of being a rapper with dope ass beats. He's a great beat picker, but this lyricism is a little crazier.
And the comments are hilarious. Somebody said it depends on if it's the old Kanye or the new Kanye.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Yeah, the old Kanye, yo.
Old Kanye can stay. New Kanye, you're out of there.
Yeah. Lil Wayne is nuts. All the way from The Black is Hot, but his second album, Mr. Carter, is crazy. He's got some fucking beat up there.
So before we get to Doug and I, do we all agree that Kendrick should sit down, or does Kendrick not?
Yeah,
Should Kendrick be part of that table?
I was just answering the question, but I listen to more of those.
Yeah, I'm going deeper. Yeah, does Kendrick deserve to be at that table? So someone has to move.
Oh yeah. See, I was just trying to play along.
Yeah,
no.
I like Kendrick's earlier stuff than his latest stuff, although he got busy. One of my favorite groups, which is the Clips. The Clips is one of those, they're nuts. Like Pusha T is crazy, and his brother Malice is no joke either, or No Malice now. But I was just playing along with it. I actually don't listen to Kendrick as much as I used to, although he has a lot of hits.
Like 50, right? So yeah,
50's fucking first album is bananas.
Kendrick can sit down.
Yeah, he can sit down.
Okay.
He's good.
Yeah. I love Kendrick, so yeah, he needs to be at that table, and someone needs to get out. And Doug, who needs to get out, Doug?
All right, so if I'm going based on someone who I think it's an absolute shithead, it's Kanye, but that's new Kanye. New Kanye, right? Whatever, that man needs some mental help. And I'm not saying that in a mean sense. Like that man actually needs a medical professional to help him.
Yeah.
So the other person that I would say, if you're not taking him, it's Lil Wayne. I cannot stand his voice.
Who?
Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne. It's not whether he's good lyricist. It's just his voice bugs me, and I don't know why. I listen. I will also say that you have to take what I'm saying with music a bit with a grain of salt, and that I'm partially deaf, and so like when I listen to music, it's largely not lyrics that get me because I miss probably 50% of lyrics that are said. I have to watch, like if I'm doing something on Spotify or something, I have to actually have the lyrics up so I can see. So that my stuff is largely beats and all that stuff. So like the beats for Lil Wayne stuff is great. It's just the way his voice is like a droning to it that just it makes it hard for me to hear anything he says. So it's really more of that than anything else. But man, Kanye's weirdness these past fucking like 5 to 10 years have just been like, what is going on with that brother? That guy needs some help.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's all well and good, Doug. But this is a weirdness table, or is it a music table? What are we talking about here?
Well, if it's going to be pure music, it's Lil Wayne, get out, Kendrick, sit down for me.
Okay.
For me.
Okay. But if it's weirdness, then you want Kanye removed.
Yes.
Okay.
I think Kanye will fuck up the conversation at the table nowadays. Like, he'll just say some weird shit where motherfuckers be ready to, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
so if it's a conversation discussion, then it's a whole different. I'm like, go ahead, bro. Go on, come on.
I don't really want to talk to Kanye.
Here. You know what I'm saying?
How hard do you think people would be trying not to engage with him at the table?
Hard. Yeah.
Hey, don't say anything to Kanye over there.
Yeah, he's gonna flip the table and yell some obscenities.
So we have one. We have another one for y'all.
That was a good one, by the way. And Nas should have been at that table, but that's just me.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Well, again, Doug, we're talking music, Doug. Not
talking music. My problem is artists
and all that. We're not bringing in Kelly's and
that's the stuff that bothers me.
Oh, you like police? Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Anyway, so I didn't like this meme, so I changed it. So
Jeez.
so
Must go. Oh.
I actually want to melt them all. Like I want to melt 3 of them. So I don't even really want like no, 3 of them need to get out of here, in my opinion. But we'll let Andrea and Elsa have to talk about this one.
I mean, I don't have an opinion, but based on what? Like, what's the common denominator? I can't figure it out.
They're just out. Is a wrap.
They're just all ISIS.
You'll never see them again.
They're all
Based
ISIS.
on music talent. Well, you know who's really talented? Ice Cube. He's an actor and a rapper. So is Ice-T.
Yeah, they got to hang. They're definitely hang. That's
Right?
easy
We'll
money.
keep those 2.
Yeah, and I don't want to hate on the sister, but I don't really listen.
I don't
her
really
music.
know Ice Spice. I just know she's like.
Vanilla Ice just got off on one
song
and that was it. Like I've never heard anything by him ever again. And
he was in a Ninja Turtles movie.
I never saw it. and he was just on that Divers. What's that show I was on? Dives.
Oh, Divers.
Yeah, he was on there, and he was just trying to be cool. Yeah, I was on that show too with Guy. That shit was actually pretty dope. But anyway, yeah. So I'm not crying on the other 2, but Ice Cube is that dude from back in the day when he was with NWA and penning a lot of the verses to having his own 2 classic first albums. Some argue 3. But and then the EP Kill at Will is crazy as well. So Ice Cube is that dude, and I'm proud of him and what he's done.
One Ice gotta stay. It's gonna be Ice Cube.
Ice-T second for sure.
Doug,
Ice-T stays. The rest can go.
Oh, you like Ice Cube?
I like Ice Cube. Again, you gotta understand. The problem is for me, everything with music is tainted by how people act outside of it, and it sucks because I can't sometimes I would like to just be able to appreciate the artist. Fucking Ice Cube and NWA and all that shit was fucking just an amazing build up to like push hip hop into the forefront in a way that nothing else had, with the exception of maybe Public Enemy. But I'm a Public Enemy stan from fucking Yo Bum Rush the Show and all that shit. So like but anyway, like just the stuff Ice Cube did that kind of weird term where he was kind of a little bit pro Trump, and I can't fuck with that.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And then he changed. But recently he did some shit where he was like not fuck Trump, but he was just like he was doing a song where he's like assassinate the president or some shit, and I'm like, well, okay, I'm okay.
No.
I really didn't look into that.
Ice Cube is.
You don't have to. I'm a nerd about that stuff. So
no, that's real. I don't want anybody supporting that dude either. Hopefully that's not the case. But
Ice Cube hurts. I'm not even lying. Like that was my guy, and then he just went off the rails politically. And it's nice that Ice Cube has all this money and he doesn't have to worry about the things that a lot of other people have to worry about. So, with all due respect, fuck Ice Cube. Sorry, but it
Vanilla Ice is the easy answer, right? Vanilla Ice is the easy answer.
Excuse me.
Vanilla Ice is the easy answer.
It hurts me to say that. I'm not even joking. It hurts me to say that. He was everything to me up until some point where he just railed off the rails, and it's just fine. So, Ice-T is someone that I really didn't like growing up, and now I have really more affection and towards him. I love the diversity of this guy, meaning he's an actor, he's a hard rocker, he's a hip hop guy or a rapper at some point. He's just diverse. He's just really talented, and I think he's really underrated, actually. At the end of the day, so I'll keep Ice Cube. And Ice Spice is known for losing weight on Ozempic. That's all I kind of know about her, Doug.
I didn't know that about her. So, like, listen, again, if it's somebody new, I'm gonna be like, "Who the fuck is that?" And then I'm gonna feel like a dumbass.
Correct.
So
And right. But I have 2 young adults in the house, and that's what when I ask them about Ice Spice, they say, "quote she fell off," and then they talk about Ozempic. So that's all I know. And that's... Listen, this is what the kids are saying. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just mimicking what they say. I there's a couple songs she's good. I just don't know anything about this young lady. You know.
Well, Ice-T was smart. He when he first one of his first albums was called Power, and he put his wife on the cover, and that made a lot of teenage boys start hearing his music on that album cover alone. That it was a very controversial yet talked about album cover, and so people were like, I'm gonna give him a shot just because of what you know his wife looked like on the cover. So a lot of guys was all into that back in the day. And then it got bigger. Yeah, Darlene.
Yeah, and or I was gonna say we know again, part of my love of Ice Cube and why I'm just upset about where he is in his head or whatever is because of those early NWA and all that. And Ice-T was the original cop killer, y'all. So like these guys were up front for us, back in the day, no matter what. So like we can have our opinion on them now, you know what I'm saying? But like that still doesn't, there still needs to be at least a little respect. And I do still have that for Ice Cube because again, he was out there on the front lines, on hip hop, rap, all that, just being so provocative that people just couldn't stand him. So like, and that's what was still needed actually. But
absolutely,
so yeah. So and fuck Vanilla Ice. What are we even talking about?
That's the one that goes for sure.
Right. Okay. We get all. Yeah. Just. And he's a Trumper too now, and he's just,
fuck him.
Like, I don't know if you know. Yeah. Oh, he's a full on Trump slurper. So it's not. No,
so he's gonna take the song from the Alphas, the Black Alphas, and then he's gonna go pro Trump after making money off of them. But we Suge Knight shook him over the ledge of a hotel, holding him from his ankles to sign a contract to turn on his publishing.
I'm surprised Suge didn't drop him. He's that guy. He would.
He wanted him to sign the paper. He can't do it all splattered on the pavement.
Yeah.
Doug, you have something, right, buddy?
Yeah. So I have a media question regarding Ice Cube and NWA and Ice-T. All right. So without those guys, do we get movies like Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, things like that? Do we get those movies without those guys kind of paving the way to kind of get into the mainstream of this is life in LA, this is how fucked up it is and how bad it is? Do we get those movies without their music?
Well, yeah, their presence, I mean, they got those movies produced because their music was making so much money. Mm-hmm. So they're like, all right, let's put this visually. And a lot of these brothers are talented at writing them. But a lot of those movies, too, were to glorify and further promote Black on Black crime. So, of course, you're going to get a lot of push from that when it's something that's detrimental to our people. So there was that dichotomy that was actually interesting. But the ones that were teaching a lesson and all that. And plus, Ice-T was in New Jack City, which that was like one of his early on. So there was that play as well. So, yeah, they were doing their thing and writing movies, and they had the opportunity, but just so they wrote with some way of incorporating violence early on in order to get those money, the big bucks. So that's what the deal was with that at that time.
So the idea of like, does the I'm going to use the ends justify the means thing in this. Sorry, but that further accrues like for John Singleton and things like that. So it allowed them to actually have a bigger platform to do things that weren't centered on black crime. But like,
absolutely, you got to start somewhere,
So they capitalized on that. But like, I was sorry, that was just a thought that popped in my head. Like, we probably don't get those movies without NWA and Ice-T kind of just, hey, here's our shit, and this is how it works. And I don't think we get those movies without those guys talking about it.
That's right. Absolutely. Well, they were telling stories from their hood, and so they're just showing that, bringing that reality to life. But then look where they are now. They're doing cool things, and that got them more funding to do other films and express themselves more creatively. So yeah, sure. Good point.
Yeah. So we are quickly ending our time with y'all, unfortunately. You only can have so much time. I would like to hear y'all, just say, or actually, do y'all have any upcoming events for BrewGether?
We just had, I wanted to mention, we had a wonderful collab with Krista Suggs of Zaffa Wines. She is a Black woman vineyard winemaker, and she owns a vineyard, and she took a stab at growing hops this year.
Wisconsin.
Her farm is in Wisconsin.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
that's where Greg lives.
Where in Wisconsin? What y'all know the city?
I'll email you.
We'll send it. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, we'll send you that. But she's super cool. And Zaffa Farms, where they usually make wine, they were making a stab at making hops, and they were Cascade. I think somebody else said something about Cascade in the feed over here. But yeah, and we made a really, really, really dope beer with Nick Knock, who's the head brewer at Sweetwater, and they always want to do something for the cause. So we brought a lot of people in, Crafted for Action. The Night Roots again with the Nantucket came on board, BrewGether, of course, and we just brought everybody together, and it was actually really dope. I'm missing somebody, your brother, who is now
the
president of the
Craft Brewers Guild
of Georgia. First Black president too. Cheers to him.
Nice. Awesome.
Swerve, you might have met him, Kevin Swerve. That's her brother. He's with Drought Season as well. So
I did meet him, and Drought Season was great at Barrel and Flow. I actually would love to have them on the show to talk about their stuff too. So
I'll connect you with them. I'll definitely will.
Right.
But yeah, that was a dope experience, and that was last month.
Yeah, we brewed a IPL, so an Indian Pale Lager. It was made
Fresh.
You don't have to have an orgasm on the show. Jesus Christ.
That was dope.
Yeah, so we're super excited about that. That was our first collab with hops grown fresh, Cascade hops from a Black woman-owned farm.
Yeah,
so we're super excited.
Yeah, shout out to Zaffa.
Yeah, Zappa Wines. Yep. So that's what we have going on. And then, of course, the weather is cold right now, but as soon as it kicks right back up in March, we'll be back on the farms, volunteering, doing events, getting the word out as we do.
Wait. I'm sorry. What the fuck is cold to an Atlanta?
Yeah, I have to ask. As an upstate New Yorker, and listen, Al, you lived in upstate New York. What is cold to an Atlantean? Atlantean?
Like, hey, I've been here since '90, bro.
It's freezing. 20.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, it's cold.
That's cold. 20 is cold. 20 is cold.
Cleveland. I mean, come on, man. But yeah,
y'all know what the wind chill is going to be here tomorrow. Do y'all seriously know?
Please tell us what.
-20 at 3 p.m.
Oh, hell no.
See? That's why we live in Georgia.
They said the coldest game is going to be the Chicago game, which is not far from y'all.
It's going to be like -20 with Shador and Caleb
running around. Y'all play fantasy
right.
football too? Y'all play fantasy football?
Yeah.
No, but I'm a Browns fan.
Oh, wow. Okay, dope, man.
I'm also a Bears fan, right, Doug?
Yes, you are.
I'm all over the place.
Yeah,
I'll prove the fandom here. You'll see that bullshit, right? You see that in the mess?
I'm a Jaguars fan, so my team this is actually a decent season for them, and they still suck. I have no idea how they're good as they are this year.
Wait, they're decent, but they suck?
They're decent. They're not. They're gonna suck. They're gonna get to the playoffs and get fucking demolished by whoever they play. So it'll be.
But when you get to the playoffs, you don't suck, Doug. What are you talking about? I'm confused.
They play in the AFC South. They are fucking. All the teams in there are bad.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I got ETN and I got their kicker, so hopefully they'll have a good game this week.
Hey, man, good luck.
I'm in the playoffs, baby.
Enough of Doug's goofy ass team. Where can we find out more about you, Andrea? Especially, we didn't get to talk to you about your Atlanta stuff, but like we talked BrewGether, but what do you Let's talk about you real quick, where people can find you and all that.
I would love for everyone to keep up with me. Follow me on Instagram at ATL Food Writer. I'm always checking out cool restaurants, cool bars, cool breweries in Atlanta. And I travel, so I'll share and spread the word. And I'm starting to write with a really cool magazine called Dining Out, so expect some new articles coming. But I love what I do. I'm so happy to have this platform to share with you all. Thank you for having us. And please follow at BrewGether for all of your craft beer and urban agricultural needs.
Excellent. And that's across all, that's on Instagram, Facebook, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, all of the things at BrewGether.
Excellent. Il Sharpton, you You know what I think you already said it. What's going on with you, my friend?
Thanks again for having us on. First and foremost, I appreciate y'all riding on this one over here too. You guys are awesome on the chat. I appreciate you. But also, right now I have another USA Today 10 Best coming out, and it's different beer categories. So this will be the best beer tour. New Belgium is one of the ones. So I'm one of the experts who votes on that. Beer labels, best new breweries, best tap rooms, best pubs, and a few other ones that are on there as categories. It's really fun every year, and I love to be able to show the smaller people love on there. So I do it as much as I can and get other breweries, and especially minority-owned breweries, involved as well. So check that out. And that comes out in 10 Best. It's the number 10 and then best.com, and that's under USA Today. So I love being and then my Instagram is Real Ale Sharpton. You just pulled the Barkley off of there. I got some new stuff coming on there pretty soon, but also sometimes put the cars I review on there and different people and places I go to, clothing, sneakers. So there's always something cool on there. So please check out my Instagram. And I have Piano Keys coming out, which will be available in February. I know we mentioned that. I appreciate y'all. And I want you to come to the events, though. Y'all need to be in here, man. In Atlanta. I'm throwing down. It's going to be crazy. And we're going to be also in South Carolina, North Carolina, and hopefully New York, along with Georgia. So, yeah.
And somebody said in the chat, were you able to get some of Lauren's last word, New Belgium?
Oh, we did have a sip at the spot. It was fire. Lauren she just retired this year. She's one of the coolest people and had the coolest tattoo. It's like some weird, right
around her neck.
Yeah, but it's cool for her. Like it's really dope. And she's just such a really modest yet real education. She's very intelligent, paved the way for a lot of women in the industry. She's a beast. So shout out to Elle. Good shout out on that too. Thank you, Daniel. Yep.
Cheers.
Well, all right. It was an honor having you all here.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. We really appreciate you coming on and talking. At some point with BrewGether, I would like to guys have you back on. I'd like to delve a little bit more into the farming bit because that's my wife certifies organic farms, so I get to hear all about that kind of stuff. So
you're in it.
I'd like to nerd out about that at some point. So
we got you, man. Stay in touch. Hit us up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we love to just have Andrea back. Just herself.
Yeah. Hey, get out of here. No, sir.
No.
And that's what I said, right? Yeah, that's me saying that. But no, because then we could at least, Doug, we could deep dive, and then we could deep dive into the Atlanta stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if Ale's here, I'm going to entertain my guy. So
I understand. I want her by myself too. I want her by herself too. So I get it.
Let's go.
And then, yes, Washington D.C. We'll be there too. We'll probably be pouring at Church Key of all places. Probably is where we're gonna have Piano Key. So thank you for asking that.
Church Key.
Get it?
Nice. All right.
JHG and I were at Church Key together, right? JHG, is that true?
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you all again.
Thank you so much.
And keep up the good fights.
Yes, please do.
Y'all. Peace, y'all.
Cheers.
Peace.
Bye.
Holla.
Love it.
That was fun.
Dog.
Yeah.
Fun. I don't know. That was fun. That was great.
That was great.
Do you have any before? Actually, we have other stuff to do, but do you have any post interview comments or questions or concerns?
Yeah, I listen. They're into a lot of things, and I just love all that. I didn't realize that Andrea was so much into the food scene. I really want to pick her brain about a lot of that stuff next time we're able to have her on. And all woman speakeasy with Andrea. Okay, this is a great idea. JHG, this is a great idea.
Okay, so what is it? Who are the hosts? Brianna?
Yeah, so we got Brianna. We got lots of options, man. Renee, Lauren,
ABC.
Like we could have 8 women on here. That would be awesome. Like just fucking awesome to have them talk. So guess we got to work on that. But the problem is we're booked out so far. I'm not sure we because Greg's fucking doing the deed, man. Greg's been a booking madman, and it's been great because I don't have to do a lot of booking, and I like you and I kind of split it up pretty good. And I'm just like, oh well, I have to wait till March to book people now, so this is good. I don't have to do shit.
Doing the deed is kind of weird, but
Yeah, well, whatever.
We haven't done. Wait, I'm too high to operate my own.
Come on, man. Get with it, Greg. Oh, sorry.
This, my bad.
All right.
Oh, Doug. Yeah. You wanted to talk about, or we want to talk about this, right, Doug?
Mm-hmm. So our friend Whitney Ann Adams, look at this. She got interviewed by Variety magazine, talked about Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which she was the costume designer for, and talked about the puppet fittings and Easter eggs. And just how cool is fucking that? She got interviewed by Variety magazine. That is a big deal for industry stuff. So how cool is that?
Well, what's a bigger deal for Whitney is that she's going to be here next week, Doug.
Yeah, baby. And we are going to talk. What are we talking about, Greg? What are we talking about?
Yeah, no, it's not a bigger deal. But anyway,
it's a big deal because we love Whitney.
No, it's a big deal for us, but like for her,
it probably not so much.
Well, for her, it just shows that she's just a normal lady. Yep. Just like Al Sharpton or Ale Sharpton is just a guy. I wanted to say that in my thing. I didn't say that. With all that wonderfulness that he is and who he is and all that, he's just a guy too. So that's the best part about him. But back to Whitney though. Sorry. Yeah, Doug. Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And did you get to the article yet, Doug? It's a really fun article because she gets to talk about like the different wardrobes, y'all. So check it out. Go to Variety. You can put in probably Variety Whitney costume designer. Actually, I'll probably get you.
Yeah,
or Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, you see that y'all see the thing there. It's a really, really fun article too about not only a past guest, but who's going to be here next week to do our top 5 movies of 2005.
I did 10. So maybe I'm ahead of I'm a little aggressive. But.
I'm only guaranteeing 5. Maybe we'll do 10. Whatever. The point is, we're gonna have a costume designer from a real movie, and she's gonna talk about her top at least 5. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure. We didn't really verify that, but we'll do it. Either way, though. And my point, what I was getting to, is that y'all bring your top 5 movies this year.
Yeah,
bring them next week. Put them in the comments. And then in 2 weeks, y'all, on December, in 2 weeks, on December 26th, Friday 26th, we're doing our thing with Jerry and Ant. We're doing our top 5 songs, or I'm sorry, albums of the year. Bring your top 10 to the year. We are going to next week. We are going to record our 5. Hold on, dog. Let me finish, please. 6 to 10. Well, I'm impaired over here, and I gotta remember what I'm saying. And I gotta remember what I'm saying. We are recording 6 to 10, y'all, on Jerry's podcast next Wednesday. That should come out probably the week after or soon thereafter. Then we're doing the top 5 on the SpeakEasy, and that's when y'all, our people, can bring your list, and we will all do them. Actually, if y'all want to send me your list too, I can put them on nice graphics, and we can.
Please do.
Put your list up there, and then we can make fun of you, and you can only comment in the comments, and we can just roast your ass. And you will, and if we don't like what you say, we don't even have to show your comments. So that could be a benefit for y'all to do this. Anyway, no, we wouldn't do that, would we, Doug?
No,
Doug,
did you? Never.
And I'm sorry I talked too long, but not talk too long. But do you have anything to add about Whitney next week and Jerry and Ant in 2 weeks? And then what is the week in between? I don't even know.
There's no week in between. We have
okay because
we have Whitney, and then we have Then we
The
have our
answer
music
is Greg is too high to do this. Doug,
because
steal this away from me so I look like
high.
less of an idiot.
No. So listen, the funny thing is like for music for me, I'm a rut person when it comes to music. I'm gonna listen to the same shit I listen to all the time. And then I'm like, oh fuck, I have a month before I have to do top 25 albums. And then I just do like a cram session. Like I'm all right, great. I have a final tomorrow. I'm just gonna fucking load up everything and figure out how, and it invariably makes me mad that I didn't do it all year. So next week's gonna be top 5 movies. The week after that's gonna be top 10, top 5 albums. So next week, top 5 movies. So yeah.
Doug, I still have this.
Oh, you have the. Well, I can't see shit on that, but like all I can see is your head.
Hold on, we'll work on it. Hold on, it's working.
Oh yeah, from last year. All right, sweet.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. All right.
Oh,
so
maybe even 3 years ago. 2 years. Look, Nope. When the fucking Nope, goofy ass Nope movie come out?
Oh, that was 3 years.
Right.
Ago. I think that was 3 years ago.
Right, Elvis.
Also, I don't think Prey came out 3 years ago, did it? Because that makes me feel goofy because I saw a Predator movie this year and I thought Prey.
How about Top Gun Maverick?
That was 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, that's what this. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't show it.
But anyway, it's gonna be fun. Bring your top 5 movies next week. Bring your top 10 movies. Whatever. Just tell us shit you liked. We want to hear all about it. And same thing with the albums the week after. Like everybody had different musical tastes, and like our album list. Prey was 2022. God damn. Fuck. So Predator Badlands this year was basically a sequel to that. I thought that was only a year apart. Oh shit, man.
Doug, that's gonna be that's in your top 5, Vincent. Don't lie.
Oh, the Predator Badlands will be on my list, but yes. Mm-hmm. Will it be top 5 or will it be honorable mention? The world will know next week.
No, the suspense, I just can't.
Please.
All right, Doug. Actually, we should probably do this. Too much content. I had other stuff, but it's getting late and I want to cut out of here for 2 hours so that we can cut this up. Al Sharpton broke news on our little goofy ass.
Yeah. Stream. How about that?
And
Piano Keys coming out in February.
I had all that Piano Keys stuff queued up without even knowing any of that shit.
I never had the first Piano Keys, and it's one of my biggest sadness moments of the idea of like I didn't get a chance to try the original Piano Keys. So. Time is a flat circle, Daniel. Time is a flat circle.
Is it a flat circle like the Earth? Doug, what do you got? What did you have tonight?
All right, so I'm going to start. All right, so I had 3 really good beers. Let's just start that out. So if I'm going to rank them, the best label of the evening, which was, it's still a great beer. It was basically, they called it a Finger Lakes Common Ale. It's a Kentucky Common Ale that they use with Finger Lakes ingredients. So super cool label. This is my favorite label of the evening. Just, it's super simple, but really nice. The next thing I had, which was slightly better, was their Italian Pilsner. This is Boston Personal Best. This is called Rental Shoes. So it's basically, a bowling alley. So really cool. Best thing I had tonight was this 2-year-old Gatherwell Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout. To nobody's surprise, this was awesome. I remember having this fresh. This was really good fresh. Even smoother 2 years later. So really excellent. So those are my 3, sir. How about you? What did you have?
Yeah, it was simple. It was this Uncle Nearest.
Oh, the Uncle Nearest, baby. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was great. That was good. That's a nice addition to the house. I think I almost think I want to have that on in rotation. I was here.
Why not?
And Yeah, I'm not trying to have this on rotation all the time.
Oh god.
It's a
Also,
good beer. It's just
great
a
label.
beer. It's just a lot.
Yeah, that is just a cool fucking Gimli, Lord of the Rings inspired label. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is just it's a great beer. Don't get me wrong. It's just big. It's 11%.
Yep.
Drinks big. It's a nice nightcap. That'd be awesome to bring to Christmas.
Yep.
And, you know, everybody pour. You know, you pour it around 5 pours, and you know, people have it as a nightcap. So, what's going on here?
I'm going to show you something I got that I am not having by myself.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
It is the Dungeons and Dragons version of Dragon's Milk.
Oh my motherfucking god!
This is a dice tower. It comes with dice. It is 20% ABV. I cannot have that by myself. I will die. So I bought this since Rod J talked about getting just the beer. But I have a D&D group that I'm part of that I play every 2 weeks. So this is going to be something, although I am really, really worried about taking this to that. What's interesting is I'm going to try to show you the beer. But
is that a fucking beer? What is going on?
so basically, it's a dice tower. So what you do is you roll your dice and it comes out in the bottom.
Oh my motherfucking god!
So yeah, that is what it is.
Okay, dare I ask how much this shit costs?
That was $99. But I get to use the dice and the tower for forever. And I got a 20% beer.
How much beer?
It's a 20-ounce bottle. So it's basically a bomber. So that is the most I have ever spent on a beer, and I will never do that again. But I wanted the dice and because it's just a cool thing that like, oh, I can get it and I can get it shipped to my house.
You know, I'm not. Listen, I'm not. Y'all.
I will, JHG. I will do that. So yeah. Listen, Imani, listen, dude. I grew up super poor. The idea of spending that much money on almost anything is like inconceivable to me outside of groceries. So like, I was like, man, I'm gonna get this. Like, should I do this? And then I did, and I was like, and then I immediately had oh fuck, I just spent that much money on it. Like, it's just funny, like just the idea of like, I'm in a space where I can afford that, and I'm very fortunate that I can do that. But at the same time, in my brain, I'm like, you don't have that money. Just the idea of you, Greg. I know you understand the idea of growing up poor and being like, oh well, I need to really not spend money. Like, just I can't.
For sure.
Oh, this is the best point from Imani. Watch this. There's too much BS in the world. You are exactly right. Why not live a little? So yeah. So yeah, I what was the burr for? What did I do?
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
How about that?
So that is just something that I got that I'm gonna have, and I really might need to save the beer itself. So
what kind of beer is it again?
It's a
20% idiotic beer. Okay.
It's 20% and barrel aged out. What's that?
When did you buy this beer? Recently?
Like a week ago. So it took me a week to get shipped.
You're talking about aging is what I'm hearing.
I just don't think, like, listen, I'm going to take it. If I took that to my D&D group, they wouldn't appreciate the beer. You know what I mean?
Well, then you save it for me. But on that note, or go on. No, we got to get out of here now.
Yeah, there's one guy that would appreciate it, but nobody else would. So anyway.
No, we're not spending $100 on his ass then. Bye, y'all. We'll see you next week.
Cheers, folks. We'll see you next week. Bring your movie rating. Let's go.
Wait. Oh no, we got time. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say bring your top 5 movies and talk to us about them because we want to hear what you're in, what you dug, what was in your wheelhouse this year.
Since this is a Black produced show and we have Black guests, we started late, so we still have some time.
Yeah, but you also need to make sure it's under 2 hours, apparently. So
No. Doug, if you look up, it says live 155. So as long as we get in.
well, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Oh my God! Why do you have to? Oh,
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
God damn, I love this show.
yeah, I should have just hit end when I needed to.
Do it.